ऋत्विक तू बोलियो वन लाइव जब जाएंगे।
लाइव
पेज मेन पेज पे तो दे हम।
एक बार चेक कर लो सब।
अभी नहीं, 2 मिनट में स्टार्ट करना, अभी मत करो। मैं जब स्टार्ट करने के लिए बोलूंगा तब स्टार्ट होगी, ठीक है।
तूने कह तो दिया वी आर लाइव।
एक
उनको
वीडियो भी
ज्वाइन
भेज दे जो अभी हुआ है ना,
उनको ज्वाइन
स्ट्रीम
करने
की
दे,
वीडियो लिंक भेज दे।
लेट देम ज्वाइन। थोड़ा 2 मिनट रुक जाओ।
Hi Manchu, nice to see you here. We are starting our orientation shortly. Hi Omkar. Hi Kushagra. Guys, let everyone join the meeting. Hi Manchu. Hi Vikas. Hi Bhavishya. Hi Shant Mittal. Hi Aditya Pratap. Nice to see you guys here. We will be starting our orientation shortly. Let everyone join the meeting by that time. Hi Piyush. Hi Rohit. Hi Shresh. Hi Arshad. No Shresh, there are no as such prerequisites which are required to join. Yes, Himanshu, we will be telling all your doubts in our orientation shortly. We will be starting our orientation shortly. Guys, please wait, let everyone join the meeting by that time. Sarthak, we are starting in few minutes. Everyone, call your friends, batchmates to join our orientation. It's a nice society. Yeah. We will be starting our orientation shortly, Mohul.
Let's start. I think we should start now.
Hey guys, hello everyone. Nice to see you all for our orientation. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Aditya Bidani and I'm a second year environmental student. We will be starting with our orientation. First of all, there is an important notice. Guys, maintain the decorum of our meeting. We as a seniors are friendly with you guys, but as such, we won't want any disturbance during the time of our orientation. So let me introduce our society. Cubics DTU is the only cubing society of DTU. We all, as a cube enthusiasts, started this society last year to showcase our skills and talents. Now we will be starting our orientation. My friend Dhanish will tell you about our vision and goals of our society. Hand over to you.
Hello, I'm Dhyaneshwaran and I will be introducing you to our visions and our goals of our society Cubics DTU. Our first vision is to promote awareness about speed cubing, and you might think, who is a speed cuber? Speed cuber, he or she is someone who can solve the 3 by 3 cube within the span of 8 to 15 seconds on average. Second is to introduce to the students about the competitive aspect of cubings and many other puzzles. In our society, we hold many fun activities and small competitive events amongst ourselves. Third is to foster professional spirit amongst our members. Our goals. Cubics DTU wants to bring many opportunities and challenges to young people through increasing the accessibility of our twisty puzzle competitions. We believe that experiences at the competitions and within our society create growth opportunities for students involved, and introducing the puzzles events to new groups of people allows for our overall society to strengthen and grow. That's all from my behalf. Now Piyush will take over.
Hello, I hope everyone is in good health. And I'm excited about our events and activities. Last year we organized PBS Smashathon on 30th and 31st of December, which went all day, where we got more than 100 participants. And you know what? Youngest champ who participated was just 5 years old. And so you can guess we have got participations not only from Delhi but also from various states. All these events were delegated under Ujjwal Prabeja sir and Akash Rupela sir. Moving to the next slide, I would like to show you some highlights of our Smashathon 19. This was really wonderful and it throws me back to the good old times. Now you can see from these pictures that it is never too late to start learning Cube. And moving on to next slide, let me show you my team. This is our team along with the top competitors who helped us in volunteering the competition. Now I would like to call my friend Akash to brief you about Goa.
Hey
Over to you,
everyone,
Akash.
my name is Akash Verma, and today I'm going to share my Goa experience with you. So let me start from the beginning. When we first heard the news of Goa event, we all got excited. After all, it's Goa, or should I say the Goa. But the problem was we couldn't bring the whole Cubics team with us. So after a long discussion, 7 of us were selected for the Goa event. We stayed in Bish Pilani Goa campus for 3 days. At that time, they also having their tech fest. In their tech fest, we learned a lot of new things about drones, NASCARs and etc. और सबसे बढ़िया बात तो ये थी कि उनका फेस्ट जो है पूरी रात चलता था। ऐसे नहीं कि 10 या 11 बजे खत्म हो जाए डीटीयू में होता है। एकदम चिल सीन था उनका। Moving forward, Quark Cubic Challenge 2020 held on 3rd February. It was delegated by Akash Rupela sir, and he was so nice, humble and down to earth even after achieving so many things. After interacting with him, our team volunteered in Quark Cubic Challenge. It was a warm and nice event. But here comes the main part, where we got to explore the Goa. We checked out almost every beach between North to South Goa. We ate almost every kind of seafood available to us. Some of us have never tried non-veg ever, but we eat every kind of seafood available to us. Like me, मैंने कभी non-veg टच भी नहीं किया था, like egg भी टच नहीं किया था. लेकिन मैंने वहाँ पर prawn, crab, fish सब खाए. It was a nice thing. But the most important thing we learned is teamwork. Working side by side for an event is different, but living with someone is a whole new thing. We stay together like a family for 5 days. It's a big thing for first year students to go on a trip like this. Now Kushar will take over. Kushar,
Am I audible?
Yes, Kushagra.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Kushagra and I'm a member of Cubics DTU. And today I will be conducting an interview session with Aryan Chabda. He's currently the national record holder for the 3 by 3. Right now, Aryan should be joining shortly. Uh, 1 second. He's just having some issue. So,
Can you, am I audible?
Yep, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
All right.
okay. So, hello Aryan. So for the very few of you who don't know who Aryan is, Aryan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Arun Chavda, and I hold the current 3x3 Rubik's Cube national record single. And I've been cubing for 5 years now, and it's been an amazing journey. I'm a student at Amity University, and I'm currently I have this branch of IT. So yeah,
Right.
that's who I
Okay.
am. Yeah.
Right. Right. So, Aryan, when did your fascination for the Rubik's cube first begin? And like, do you remember the first time you tried to solve it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it so happened that it was back in January 2015. I saw my classmate solving one side of the Rubik's Cube, and I was very intrigued by that. So I went back home and asked my dad to get me a cube. And just like anyone else, I couldn't solve it right away. Like I tried to, but I
Right.
just
Right.
failed.
Right.
So I looked up like some tutorials on YouTube and just figured a way out to solve it. I actually had to look a lot, like look at a lot of videos because I didn't get the first one, and the second one and third one. I just like went on until I found the perfect tutorial for myself, and then it just became an addiction. I used to like queue for 8 hours a day. I just couldn't stop it.
Right. Okay. So your
Yeah.
personal record is for the 3x3 is 4.91 seconds, which also
Mhm.
happens to be the national record. So,
Yeah.
like, how much practice did it take, and like, what was your strategy?
All right. So it was at SNU Auto Movement last year in
Okay.
September.
Okay.
So in the first round, I was having the national record average, and there's another guy who's really fast. His name is Ujwal, and
Right. Right.
he took the average from me in the first round. So that was kind of sad. But when the second round started, I was kind of like heated to like get the average back. And my first solve was a 6 point something, if I remember correctly. So I was like, okay, this is going well. I just need to go safely in the next four solves. And the second solve, I looked at the scramble. It was really easy. I tracked first two pairs in inspection and just spam TPS. So I mean, I wasn't expecting a 4 second solve, obviously,
Right.
but I got lucky in the end, and I just like slammed the timer, and I just looked at the display. It was 4.91. I was like, what? What just happened? And yeah, like it took me like quite quite a bit of practice. I was actually having a weird time that year in terms of cubing. I was like cubing on and off, and
Right.
particularly in that month, I wasn't cubing that much. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So like you're really quick with the cube. So like what goes into your mind within those like 5 to 10 seconds when you're solving that cube?
Okay, so like at home, my mindset is like pretty chill. Like I'm not thinking much. I just scramble the cube and look for my cross and like first pair, just like any other speed cuber out there. But at an actual competition, I actually like fail to actually focus on the cube and like more on the environment. Ki, like I have to do well, and I can't mess up this solve. People are looking at me. If I get a 10-second solve, that would be really embarrassing. Uh, and that's like a huge part. That's like the main reason I actually don't do well at some competitions, because this mindset of solving at home doesn't transition into competitions.
Okay, okay. So like suppose so what are the basic skills that you required for a speed cuber? Like if I'm a normal cuber and I want to transition to speed cubing, so
Mhm.
what are the basic skills that are required by me?
I mean, there aren't as such as like a basic skill. You just need to be dedicated, and you have to have that patience, because it all obviously takes time to get better at something. You have to practice a lot. You have to learn a lot. I mean, I feel that anyone can get as fast as me. It just boils down to how much patience you have and how much you're willing to learn.
Okay, okay. So like what methods would you recommend to speed cubers regarding the 3x3, like the Roo method or the ZZ method? And like which method have you learned basically? And like which method do you personally use for your solving time?
Well, I use the CFOP method, also known as the Frederick method. But
Okay.
you say that there are also other methods other than this
Right,
one,
right, right,
uh, being Roo and ZZ.
right, right.
I haven't explored those methods as such, honestly. Like I've tried them, but I obviously couldn't get as fast with them. The method I
Okay,
use currently is probably the most explored one. Like it
okay,
is, you'll find lots of stuff on the internet regarding that method. Like you'll find all the algorithms, all the cases, and everything. So I think that's the method I would recommend to any cuber who's like trying to become a speed cuber. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So like since speed cubers focus on improving their personal best in the subsequent tournaments. So like what are your aims for the next tournament?
Well, I haven't been practicing much lately, but I'm gonna like start practicing very seriously again. And when the competitions start, like official ones, I'm definitely aiming for the average national record average back. And I hope I can like, be in the top 20 for the average, top 30 in the world. So that's
Okay.
my main aim.
Well, okay. So, like, how has your practice routine changed over the last few years? Like, do you deliberately practice different than you did at the early beginning times or now?
Well, in the beginning, it was just about the fun aspect of it. I wasn't like practicing seriously or like, having that in mind that I want to get fast, break records. But as soon as I started realizing that, okay, I'm getting good at this, that's when I like had proper practice schedules. Like I have to practice this much time in a day. And like I have to have this like stack mat to solve on and, have a proper mindset of solving. Uh,
Okay.
like when I started, it was just about solving cubes just because I was like fascinated about them.
Right, right.
And now I cube just because I need to keep up with the speed. I have to break records. I don't want to get slow. So I don't think it's about the fun aspect anymore. It's more about the competitive aspect.
And okay, okay. So, like, what has been your main motivation as far as cubing goes? And like, was there anyone you looked up to or anyone who inspired you?
Yeah. So at my first competition I went to, I saw Akash Rupela. He has been my idol since the very beginning, and like he is my role model. He is very very humble, and he like looking at him is what taught me how hardworking you can be and how you can achieve things by like giving and not expecting anything back. He is the delegate of Asia, I think,
Right,
and
right, right.
he has always been promoting cubing and in the best way possible. So I always looked up to him. He also held the national record back then, so that was also very very
Right,
inspiring.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, you've attended like total 46 competitions. So out of these competitions, which one was your favorite, and like why was it your favorite?
Okay, I have like two competitions that are my favorite. First one being Indian Nationals 2019. It was an amazing competition, like in terms of organization and everything that a comp should have. It had everything, but I didn't have like the best results in that competition. So that's my number one. And second is the one I got the national record single in, the 4.91, just because I got the record.
Right, right. And even though like now you're a speed cuber, and like, but do you still get nervous at competitions? Like,
Oh, yes.
so
Absolutely.
okay. So like, how do you cope up with the pressure and like remain calm?
Well, I that's the question I can't even answer because I can't remain calm at a competition. It just These nerves always get to me. At some competitions, I'm relatively chill. Like when I know that okay, it doesn't matter. I sometimes have this mindset at competitions. Okay, this doesn't matter. It's not going to be my final comp. Then I perform well. But at some competitions, I have this mindset. Okay, this is my last comp. Like I have to like give my all to this. So it just
Right.
varies from competition to competition.
Okay, okay. And like, do you apply your speed cubing success mantras in other aspects of life?
Yeah, you can say like speed cubing teaches you patience. It takes a lot of years to get better. You progress a lot in the beginning, then you just plateau for a while, and it just keeps happening again and again. So uh, it just teaches me personally to be patient and learn a lot. If you stop learning anything, you're just gonna stop growing. So you have to just learn and keep practicing and just hope that you will just improve constantly.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And if you could give a few words of advice, like to the people who are new to this community, have just started cubing and like
Mhm.
want to become speed cubers, like, so what would your advice be?
Okay, so I've seen a lot of new cubers, getting scared that they can't compete in a competition because they're slow. I would highly recommend to attend the new cubers to attend competitions, because for me personally, going to a competition just is much more motivating for me as compared to just solving cubes at home and looking at other people attending competitions. So I'd recommend going to as many competitions as you can when obviously things get back to normal. And as of now, there are also like a lot of online competitions which you can take part in. So don't hold yourself back from competing. It's the best thing you can do in a speed cubing community, trust me.
Okay. And like, what speed do you think is possible in the future for you and other speed cubers? Like, if all the stars were aligned and everything went 100% perfectly.
Mhm. So I'm assuming this is only for the 3x3 Rubik's Cube.
Right, right, right.
I think, like personally, I could get to world class speed in a few years, like in like 2 years maybe, if I practice dedicatedly. Right now, I'm hovering around like 7 seconds, I'd say. So world class would be like below 6.5 seconds. So I could definitely get to that speed. And as far as going to the like people who are already world class and what they can achieve, I think in the near future we'll see some like low five averages and also a few like single second solves below 4 seconds. So yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, so that concludes our interview session. But before going, actually, we had a request on behalf of the Cubics D2 team, if you could sing for us.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just get my guitar. It's actually in the back
Sure, sure.
only.
No problem, no problem. Take your time.
Yeah. Just let me know if this is like, buzzing in your ears, like the sound of the guitar or me singing.
Okay, okay, okay.
Is it buzzing?
No, no, not really, not really.
All right. I'll start now. To be young and love it, New York City. To not know who I am, but still know that I'm good, long as you're here with me. To be drunk and love it, New York City. Midnight into morning coffee, burning through the hours talking. I like me better when I'm with you. I like me better when I'm with you. I knew from the first time I stay for a long time, 'cause I like me better when I'm with you. There it is.
Wow, well done. That was actually amazing.
Thank you.
So, Aryan, thank you for joining today and giving your time. So,
Sure.
okay. So now I'll be handing over the next slide to our president, Ritvik Warkar, who will give a brief introduction about himself.
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ritvik. I'm the president of Cubics DTU. Let me tell you something about myself. Like Aryan, I also started cubing in 2014. It was just for fun. I was always amazed by all these people solving the cube so quickly. So I ended up ordering one online and looked up some tutorials on the YouTube and solved it for the first time. I attended my first comp during autumn of 2015, where I met Akash Bhaiya and Aryan, and it has been a great journey since then. I have attended around 12 competitions, of which 3 were Indian nationals. I volunteered in most of the competitions. Um, Currently, I also broke my personal official record of 10.20 seconds in Quark Cubing Challenge of 2020. So, moving on, we have planned a lot of interesting events for you all in the near future. Uh, we have a lot of online seminars planned for you, focusing on how you can be better at speed cubing, to how you can host your very first own official cubing competition in your hometown. So we all are eagerly waiting for this COVID thing to get past us so that we can get back at hosting
Ritvik,
more W. Yes.
actually, I believe there's an issue with this. So can you please like wait for 1 to 2 minutes?
Is there issue with my mic?
Not really. On our live stream. 1 second.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. I think I pinned the wrong thing. Okay.
So you might you'll have to repeat yourself.
Okay, sure, fine. So,
We have
good
no
afternoon, everyone.
Presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ritvik. Uh, I'm the president of Cubics DTU. Let me tell you something about myself. I started cubing in 2014. Well, it was just for fun. I was always amazed by the people solving the cube so quickly. So I ended up ordering one online, looked up some tutorials on YouTube, and solved it. So I attended my first comp during autumn of 2015, where I met Akash Bhaiya and Aryan Chavra, and it has been a great journey since then. I've attended around 12 competitions, of which three were Indian nationals, and I volunteered in most of the competitions and got to meet a lot of great people. Currently, I also broke my personal official record of 10.20 seconds in Quark Cubing Challenge 2020, uh, which uh, which was in Goa. So we have a lot of online seminars planned for you all in the near future, focusing on how you can be better at speed cubing to how you can actually host your very first cubing competition in your hometown. We all are eagerly waiting for this COVID thing to get past us so that we can get back at hosting more WC competitions in DTU. Also, with all the hard work, having some fun is also necessary. So we'll be going on a truckload of cubing trips, and also in the near future, we're also planning to extend this society from our main campus to our east campus. So the students from our east campus, the management school, can also be expecting more and more upcoming events and co-competitions. So with that note, I warmly welcome you all to our squad, and I will now hand it over to Aditya, who will be explaining about our recruitment criteria. So Aditya, here you go.
Hey guys, now I will be telling you about the most awaited part of our orientation, the recruitment criteria. So most of your guys were asking how to join Cubics GTO. So we are divided mainly participant into three categories. One is a beginner, one is a non-cuber, and one is a speed cuber. Dipesh, can you please next slide, please? Hi. So first of all, I will be telling about those who don't know how to solve cube and are looking forward to join a cubing community. And we will be basically practicing. We'll be telling about how to solve cube and how to increase your speed while solving cube. And apart from that, we host many events. Last year we host PB Smashathon, which was a large event organized in DTU itself. And you can be part of our management and organization committee team. Now, next come the big who are beginner in solving cube. Those who know how to solve cube but want to develop a skill to solve cube much faster. We will be practicing internally. We will be giving you ideas how to solve cube faster. Now here comes those who are speed cuber and those who know how to solve cube. This society, those who are familiar with WCA and can solve within 50-45 seconds, and those who are speed cubers, we will be giving you a platform where you can participate and challenge other participants. Thank you. Now I will be hand over to Tisha to tell you about the department.
Thank you, Aditya. As Aditya told you about the recruiting criteria, I'll be telling you about the departments and the PORs based on the recruiting area. The departments in which you will be recruited are first department is creative. In this department, you have to make posters for social media publicity and posters for the events that will be organized offline. Those who know graphic designing or a beginner in this field are most welcome to join our creative department as it will help you to learn and polish your skills. And those who know and love doing art and craft to make some creative art for the event location to make it more presentable. Next department is content. In this department, you have to work for content for our events, posters, and social media. Next department is corpo. In this, you will be dealing with major companies and approaching them with the sponsorship ideas, designing proposal. Like last time in PBS, we had sponsorship from Cube Lelo. Next department we have is publicity. that is publicizing our events, society through social media and various other platforms. Next department is public relation. Public relation is a type of publicity in which you have to publicize and tell about our society events in person with students of other universities, colleges, so that more and more students can be a part of it. For competitions. For this, we'll organize some PR drives to various colleges and gather cubic lovers for a healthy and a competitive event. This department will help you to build your communication skills, confidence, and many more, which is must for your future endeavors. Next department we have is event management. In this department, you have to manage, organize future events like the event location, event timing, guest list. Students in this department will also contribute in volunteering and hospitality of our guests to carry a smooth event. At the time of events and competitions, whole Cubic society will work as a team to make it a smooth and successful one. After the recruitment process, you will be considered as a member of respective departments and will work under your heads and co-heads. Your dedication for work will be monitored by us and by your heads on daily basis and will be praised accordingly, and it will be helpful for you in your upcoming years to grab a position of responsibility, that is heads or co-heads, and then becoming our council members. So guys, consider this as your society and work wholeheartedly to make it a successful one. Now I'll hand it to Saurabh and Dipesh to introduce our team.
Thank you, Tisha. Hello guys, now meet the team of Cubics DTU. Meet President of our society, Rutvik Warkar. You must now become well familiar with him. Meet Aditya Srivastav and Akash Verma, the Vice President and backbone of our society. Meet Aditya Bidani, PR Head.
Meet Piyush and Tisha, who are the event heads and control all the events that are happening around our society. Priyanshu, the creative head.
Dipesh Yadav is Publicity Head. Whenever you encounter the Cubics DTU spam messages, he is the culprit.
Saurabh, Bhavishya, and Shivam are the treasurers of our society. Apurva is the
Apurva.
content head.
Kushagra Bakshi is our Corpo Head. Himanshu, General Secretary.
Rohit and Dhaneshwaram are our joint secretary. And these are the co-heads of our society. Now, Priyanshu will take over.
Hi guys, I'm Priyanshu, and today on behalf of Cubics TTU, I'll be hosting Akash Rupella, who's the current senior delegate of Asia West and South with participation in over 108 competitions since 2012. He has held over 43 national records in the past, but he's also the founder of Capital Cubing, which aimed at developing speed cubing culture in NCR and also helps everybody who wants to organize a competition of their own. I hope I haven't missed out on anything. Akash, please do feel free to take over from here. Maybe you could begin by sharing your own cubic journey and how it started.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. So my cubing journey actually started a long time back. It's almost 10 years now. I started like mostly everyone else. I saw a cube and I found it's like exciting, but I didn't know how to solve it. So I was searching on YouTube how to actually go about it. I did not know anything actually about what is speed cubing and what are competitions or anything. I just was interested how I can make this into a single piece. And after little research, I was able to do that in 1 or 2 days. But then somehow I just felt that something about it made it more addictive and I wanted to get faster at it. So then I just started doing it again and again, and slowly I started learning more algorithms. And I mean, in no time, like I was learning PLL, and then I was ordering some cube from another country, and it was a very fresh experience. And yeah, that's how it started.
All right. So can you tell us about like the competitive aspect of cubing, like the whole WCN, what separates WCA's cube competition from others, and the records like Red Bull, Guinness, or Limca?
Yeah. So I think before that, actually, I would like to talk about what separates cubing competitions from competitions in other sports. Like if you talk about competitions in, for example, chess or say some physical sports, they're like usually much more serious. But cubing competitions are a place which are really fun for everyone, and more often than not people go there and will make a lot of friends. It's not just about that you are in a very serious competition and you are just concentrating your mind, you're not able to have fun or anything. And even the community is really very helpful, and like even everyone who's participating in the competition, every single person out of those will also help to organize the competition, and that's not something you will see in any sport actually. So that's wonderful. And coming to other organizations, so the main thing that's special about WCA is the structure and motivation of it. So the World Cube Association was founded around 17 years ago, but the main principle is that it's a non-profit. So like nobody's trying to get any money out of it. It's just like trying to promote the sport, and so when the money is not involved, then usually people are able to work more sincerely. But if you talk about, for example, other organizations such as Indian Cube Association, then they're just trying to run a business out of it. So when it becomes a business, then people will not really be enjoying as much. Yeah, so I mean, if anybody tells you about any other organization, yeah, just ignore it. WCA is the best, and yeah, and yeah, Red Bull also started doing competitions last 1 or 2 years back, and it's good. Like they're trying to promote the sport, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, they're organizing competitions in a very limited sense. Like only 2 or 3 events are organized. But if you talk about WCA competitions, there are 18 different events, and there is a big results database which gets updated. Everyone gets their rankings and everything. So they're different things. Really, it's not really much to compare.
So like, can you talk about like what makes a WC competition, like basically the delegates, people supervising, make
Yeah.
it a competition. So
Yeah, so
can you
actually
go over that?
WCA, because it's operating in such a large space, like WCA has held competitions already in more than 100 countries now. So it becomes very important that whatever the results that are obtained, they're like exactly the integrity of results is important. If any person is cheating, even if one person is cheating and setting a fake world record, like you might see someone doing magic on YouTube, ऐसे क्यों वैसे करके solve हो गया. So like if that should not happen. So the one most important thing that WCA makes sure is the process to ensure that nobody can cheat easily or actually cheat at all. If somebody is cheating, then also they will get punished later. So for that, WCA appoints some people as delegates whose job is to make sure that all the rules and regulations are being followed. So I've been working myself as a delegate for the past 7 years now, and as a senior delegate as well for 4 years. So I think it's an important responsibility to make sure that all the results in WCA are kept at a very high standard and nobody is able to cheat around their way.
Right. So could you go through the process of like how to make a regular competition works to be considered a WCA competition, and what are all the things required for a
Yeah,
competition?
right. By the way, at the last competition that we had in DTU in December 2019, also there was this case of one kid was trying to cheat in blindfolded event. So they were putting the blindfold and then they were trying to peek below the blindfold. So like these things happen more quite often. So I think the role of a delegate and someone experienced who's able to spot these things becomes very important.
Right.
Yeah. Would you repeat
Yeah.
the last question actually?
Yeah. So the next question is
Ah,
like basically what's the process of a regular competition in works
okay.
to be considered a WCA competition, and what are all the things required for a competition to
Okay.
be a WCA competition?
All right. So there are a couple of things that are required. So firstly, I mean the most important thing is that the organizing team should have a good knowledge of what a WCA competition is, and because like a lot of work is required in terms of what goes into a WCA competition, so there needs to be some solid planning of what will be the organizing team, what roles they will be doing, because if a lot of people are coming, then we need to make sure that everything is kept at a high standard. So that's one thing. So luckily, like if we are working with a society like Cubics, then that reputation is already there. So that part becomes easy and we don't need to worry too much about it. But yeah, the other thing is that like WCA competitions are non-profit. So like if anybody wants to organize these competitions for profit, then that won't be allowed. Because like it's really nobody's going to profit. We'll just collect some registration fee and we'll use it for the competition and give away the prizes as the rest. So that's how the competition works. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is like, what are the things one should do before attending an official competition? A cuber who hasn't been to a competition before, and what are the things one should expect?
Yeah. So before the first competition, normally what they will tell you is that you should read the regulations, but there are 27 pages, so I don't think anyone has been able to read it really, except a few people. Uh, I think the most important thing for actually going to a competition is just to not have any expectations. You should just go for the experience. So once you go there, especially when it's your first competition, I mean I've seen it a lot that when it's someone's first competition, some people think that they should not go because they cannot win. So I mean nobody's going to win in their first competition. That's normal. Like okay, obviously if someone is practicing for so much time, then how can someone win suddenly? So but the important thing is that once one goes there and once one participates, then one makes a lot of friends and also one gets their WCA profile where they will get their personal best records so that anyone can visit it on the internet, anyone can check it. So every competition they can get to improve their own results and they can get a record of it. So I think it's a very good process and very rewarding process.
Right. So the last question is,